It's time to fight Turbo Granny. Glasses and Momo enter Turbo Granny's tunnel, ready for the fight of their lives. But before they get very far, a pure Titan decides that it wants to crawl its way down the tunnel and definitely gets stuck and will never be able to get unstuck because I don't even know how it got that far. So they make the clear decision and try to turn around to get out of the tunnel, and that's when we get this shot. Momo uses her power to throw bats at Turbo Granny. You know, it really didn't seem like a bad idea, but to be honest, what was this ever gonna do? With nothing to lose, they let out the beast himself, Turbo Glasses, but before he can use his power, Turbo Granny gives his dong back, making it so he can no longer use her power. Turbo Granny goes in for the final blow, but before she bites down, Momo says,
"Let's race and see who's faster!"
And of course, Turbo Granny accepts and asks,
"What are the rules? Where's the finish line?"
Where is the finish line? Now let's break this down. Turbo Granny just made a huge mistake, and we should use this to our advantage. We know what our goal is. It's to get Turbo Granny out of her city. Easy. We make the end finish line a little bit further into the city, make one of the rules. For the race to be finished, both teams must cross the finish line. That means Turbo Granny will get there instantly. We'll get there a little bit after, and then be able to fight Turbo Granny out of the city lines. I honestly think this will make us win the fight really easily. Let's see what Momo does.
No finish line. This is a game of tag. And to win, all you gotta do is catch us. We'll start running, and you count 10 minutes to give us a head start.
Well, it was a simple plan. We had the win in our hands. Instead, they decided they'd get a 10-minute head start, which, you know, isn't bad. At least they got the 10-minute head start. Momo was captured practically instantly. They didn't even make it out of the tunnel. Okay, can't lie. I would have done this when she first offered it in the tunnel, but at least he's jumping on the train right now. I mean, look at Turbo Granny's face. She is definitely enjoying it. Glasses got some grippy chompers as he is hitting one of my favorite positions, the helicopter tee. Very hard position, but does work wonders if able to be done correct. Turbo Granny gets a little too excited and enters Glasses' body to possess him. And, well, she should have chosen a better way to go in. I'm just saying. But because she got inside of Turbo Glasses, Momo is now able to control the curse within Glasses. This isn't over yet because the other bound spirit, which is a crab apparently, busts into the tunnel and chases them down, wanting Turbo Granny back. But no worry, because we get some more Turbo Glasses action. Getting Momo out of the way just before the crab's claw clamped down. Because he was carrying Momo, they were a little too heavy, and they weren't able to make the turn, smashing through the barrier and flying about 1,000 feet in the air just above the city. So, being the only way they can survive, Turbo Glasses uses one of his 2 all-outs to safely helicopter down to the ground. Or not. If he could only use it for a second, why in the world did he do it about 1,000 feet in the air? Luckily, he does save them before they hit the ground. While Turbo Glasses is running, Turbo Granny is having the time of her life. Momo is able to lure the crab directly into a hot springs and pours hot boiling water on top of the crab, stiffening the meat and making it so it can no longer move. But of course, this only made the crab more mad, and they decided to team up with the spirits around the nearby graveyard to possess every human in the area. But Momo isn't giving up yet. She tells Turbo Glasses to go all out one more time. This combo, I mean, with little to no time to actually practice pulling this off together, they freaking pull it off perfectly. I love the little combos they got on. I mean, their powers work so well together. And while this is happening, this is the music that is playing in the background. They managed to get away from everyone, but Momo accidentally lets go of Turbo Granny in the process. And Granny wants her payback. After doming both of them, decides to merge with the crab. And she's still hyped enough to ask for another game of tag. And she asks Momo, how much time you want this time? Momo simply says,
All I need's 1 second.
And grabs the nearby train that is supposed to be faster than Turbo Granny. We see Momo's grandma sitting there waiting for the train to pass by with Turbo Granny on it. Momo uses her power to hold Turbo Granny down to the train and makes it so Turbo Granny cannot get off. Exiting Turbo Granny's city, she gets hit and explodes, giving us a shot of a bunch of schoolgirls coming out of Turbo Granny. We learned that those girls were all normal girls who were brought to the tunnel and chopped up and left for dead. Momo, her grandma, and Glasses go back to the tunnel to pay their respects to all the girls. How is Glasses not losing his mind right now? He must not be straight. Yes, that's the answer. Especially when Grandma asks,
Show me. I want to see you got your pecker back.
if this question is asked to me by this woman, I mean, I ain't gonna say no if she asks. Instead, he says,
Have you lost your mind? Messiah, say, help! Do something!
He's gay. Yep. They both say goodbye to each other and can't figure out what they really mean by goodbye, as they weren't friends before this and are wondering if they're still going to be friends after this. Before Glasses leaves the gate, Momo yells,
Okaroon! See you tomorrow!
to make sure that they both know what they mean by goodbye. This show does such a good job of giving us action and comedy and still managing to tug at your heartstrings at some points. I mean, the part where we find out that Turbo Granny is actually a collection of multiple spirits of the girls who died in horrible ways. I didn't really even know how to feel about Turbo Granny at that part. I mean, is she the bad guy or was she a good guy that was just destroyed so much that the only thing left was the anger from everything happening? If I made anyone giggle, let me know in the comments down below. And until next time, make sure to stay freaking frosty. Peace.